I would say that the most important thing for me professionally was my time in student government here. I was president of the student government from 2 years, 1990 to 1992, my junior year and my senior year. And what that really allowed me to do was first be able to do something like this, which is I spoke a lot to groups, and that's important now in my career in terms of presenting information. It also helped me to think critically. It helped me to keep my mind open to and learn about things that I wouldn't have known about. I honestly believe that the most education that I got, and also what helped shape my view of the world, was the people that are here, was the experiences that I had, was the youthful optimism and energy that is on this campus for people who are passionate and want to fight for something or want to believe in something. And that's kind of what I'm doing through journalism now. So it played a huge role in my view of the world. I really didn't have one until I got to Dateline around 1997, and a guy by the name of Bruce Hagen was a critically important part of my young professional life, in that we all want to be smart and know what we're doing, and we're all afraid to ask questions. And when you're on a national show, like, I was a young guy, I was 25, 26 years old, and I was given these little stories to produce, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but I needed to pretend I knew what I was doing, And Bruce would say to me, "You have no idea what you're doing, but I'm going to teach you." That I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for him. And it was such a simple thing that he did, was recognize my naivete and recognize that he saw something in me, would put his arm around me and help me figure out how to write scripts and how to tell a story and what a narrative arc is and how do you grow to a commercial break and all of these other things that I never would have known. I take great pride, and I make a big focus of my time at work to help young people. And anybody that I work with, I say to them, look, do as much as you want. If you want to try and write part of a script, try and write it. You can make as many mistakes as you want, because I remember how it felt. So I do my best to do that. I think it's really important. I think it's important for evolution. I think it's important because we're not on the planet for a long time, and we want to be taken care of. We want our younger people to be smarter than us. So I think it's really important. Higher education is critical, especially in the climate that we see ourselves today. And frankly, one of the most important aspects, there's all sorts of, that's a big question, higher education, particularly if you want to be a doctor or a journalist or whatever you want to be. Something that stands out to me, and I'll just drill down onto this one part of higher education, and what I think is relevant today as an example of that is what is going on here in the journalism school with the news literacy course. It could not come at a more important time. I think it's probably one of the most important issues of our day. It's really important for us to learn how to be discerning human beings at a certain level of intellect and knowledge, where we can determine what's real and what's not, and be able to know when we have questions where to find answers. I think that's important not just for journalism, but for any profession. And to me, that is what higher education provides. It's not about having the answers to everything. It's about learning how to think critically and find the answers. And we need that now more than ever in this country, as far as I'm concerned.